Good evening, YouTube. I'm here with my son, Gosha Lowry. Don't forget to like and subscribe and support the cause. So tonight we'll be going over some anti-inflammatory products that I recommend to clients. And I get a lot of pushback. I get a lot of people, telling me that they're skeptical or just not liking onions in general, not liking the flavor or the smell. Obviously, if you're going to sleep and you're around your significant other, or just in general, you don't want your breath to stink. Like people have a certain perception of onions that I don't entirely agree with all of it. If you do eat onions, because tonight we'll be discussing onions, and he's been asking about the onions because he wants to get buff. So we're going to discuss why I eat onions. He sees me eating onions all the time, and we'll discuss how to eat the onions so you can minimize the odor. And we'll be going over some data on what the onions do, so that way you guys don't think I'm crazy. Because every time I mention it to someone, they're like, "You're crazy. Why are you mentioning this?" Okay, and so we're going to go over that. And Listerine does help. Just a little pro tip there. You can try hydrogen peroxide, but it didn't do anything for me. But Listerine, it did a little bit. Okay. But watch the video till the end, and I'll discuss with you how to take the onions and not have horrible breath odor after. Okay. So forgive the ums and the pauses. I'm just learning how to record and do all this stuff. I've been technologically challenged up until now, and that's why I have my son here to help me. So he'll be starting his channel too, and you'll see fitness content coming from him as well. All right. So let's go over it. So as you can see, the National Library of Medicine, for all my physicians, what is up? Shout out to all my doctors out there and nurses and anybody in the medical field that is supporting true health and wellness. Much love and respect. I appreciate all that you do. Okay. No shade. So we are on the PubMed Central right here, and I'll list the link at the end of the video so that way you guys can kind of check it out. But if we look at onions, onions are referred to as Allium cepa, and these are the review of the anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and immunomodulatory effects of alum cepa. Okay, so if we go down a little bit, we go to the conclusions here. And we'll go to the conclusions. And the conclusions are that the effect of onion and its constituents on oxidative stress, inflammatory, and immune system were shown, indicating their therapeutic value in treatment of various diseases associated with oxidative stress, inflammation, and immune dysregulation. Okay. Wow. I think that's pretty powerful. I don't know about you guys. And we will do videos on inflammation. I am an anti-inflammatory person. Okay, I don't care if I'm driving in the car. I don't care what I'm doing. I don't like inflammation. Do I like inflammation?
No, sir.
No, I don't even like to argue. Okay, I'm in my house and I'm just chill, man. I'm like, hey, let's talk about something cool. If we don't have nothing good to talk about, let's just sit there. Okay. So that's how I do it. I'm an anti-inflammatory person. Everything I eat is mainly anti-inflammatory, if at all possible. On the road, anti-inflammatory. Listen to classical music. I do not inflame anything. I don't like swelling of any kind. But a lot of people, they only think of inflammation when it comes to swelling of a joint, and they don't realize what's going on inside their body. They have no clue. And how inflammation is a silent killer. Okay. And we're going to dig more through this because I have a lot of information. I talk to all my clients about it. I'm sure they're sick of hearing me, but hey, I gotta entertain. So the radio's on. All right. So I'm going to click this other tab over here, and we're going to go to a less affluent site here. It's onionsusa.org. I can also list this as well. So we already seen that there's evidence from the medical community that onions do work. Okay, that they are effective at preventing inflammation, and they have immunomodulatory effects, which is solid. Okay, and here, this is backing that up. So nutrition nugget. Inflammation is the body's natural protective response to illness, stress, and infection. However, Some illnesses and diseases cause the body's immune system to malfunction, leading to chronic inflammation. Okay, so here we go. Cardiovascular disease, bone, muscular, and skeletal diseases. No thank you. Chronic inflammatory diseases. No thank you. No thank you to all these. Neurological disorders, diabetic complications, metabolic disorder complications, and cancer. Cancer sucks. Okay, shout out to my cancer survivors out there. I have clients who've beaten cancer. All right, rock on. All right, I hate cancer. I eat as if I'm trying to prevent cancer already. I do not want it. I want nothing to do with it. Okay, and we'll talk more about tips, and I'll share articles with cancer prevention and actually beating cancer. So here we go. When inflammation is activated continuously over many years, it can result in excess oxidation and chronic disease. Chronic inflammation is widely accepted as the root cause of major illnesses such as neurological disorders, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, no thank you, obesity, metabolic syndrome, cardiovascular disease, diabetes, arthritis, and cancer. Okay, metabolic syndrome. Okay, how many of you guys know out there what metabolic syndrome actually is? We're gonna dive into that. We're gonna make a whole video on metabolic syndrome, and you'll just hear me just jibber jabber. Okay, most of you guys think I'm a meathead for my videos. I'm always posing, grunting in the gym. That's a means to an end. That's my happy time. I'm just sharing that with you guys. I have glasses coming actually with cameras in them. You'll see those so you can get a point of view as to what I'm doing, okay, and what I'm up to. Just in case you need some entertainment, tap in. So, as a result of this understanding, professionals in the medical community are embracing anti-inflammatory diets, comprised primarily of plant-based foods, as a key ingredient to promoting healthy aging, delaying the onset of age-related illnesses, and promoting optimum health at any age. In animal studies and human studies, a range of nutrients, phytonutrients, foods, and spices reduce markers of inflammation. Okay, yum. I love these guys. You see me eat this almost every day?
Yes, sir. You drink it out of a cup, sir.
I do. Oh, he gave it away, man. See, this tip was supposed to be at the end, but that's okay. You did well. You did well. He cares about you guys. He's a caring kind of guy. We're really nice guys. All right, so onions, inflammation, onions, an inflammation superfood. Do you know onions are considered an anti-inflammatory food? Eating them helps to maintain good digestive health that is associated with reduced inflammation. Onions contain the flavonoid quercetin that acts as an anti-inflammatory in the body, inhibits low-density lipoprotein oxidation, an important reaction in arteriosclerosis and coronary heart disease, and protects and regenerates vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant. Rock on, baby. I like that. Quercetin has also been found to reduce inflammation related to metabolic syndrome and osteoporosis in animal studies. Okay? Who knew that those onions in your salad were that amazing? I didn't until I read a book. Wow. All right. So November, is it November? What month is this? This is October. It'll be November next month. So this must have came out a year ago, or I don't know, when is the article published? I don't see it. But anyhow, National Alzheimer's Disease Awareness Month, okay? An American Diabetes Month. So we don't like Alzheimer's. We don't like diabetes. We don't like any of that, okay? It's not that I don't want to see the doctors that I trust and that I know. Obviously, I want to see them, but I don't want to see them in a clinical setting because something is wrong with me. I'd much rather, party with the surgical team. I'd much rather learn something from these wonderful guys and gals. I'd much rather be doing something else than, sitting in a hospital bed sick and wounded or on my last leg, something like that. No thank you. Hospitals freak me out. All right, don't forget to like and subscribe. And before I go, I'm going to give you the tip of the day, which he kind of gave away. So at first I was eating the onions and I was offending people in the house. Everyone was offended. My family was offended. Nobody wanted to be around me for good reason. It was like Pepe Le Pew. So what I started doing is it's pretty funny, right? I started chopping, like literally dicing the onion. Actually, my wife diced the onion. She diced up the onion and she diced it in the little the tiniest pieces she could get. Okay. And then what I did is we take the pieces and we put them in a cup. And then I take my my reverse osmosis water and I put the onions. I'll do a video on this. So I'll post a video on how to do this. All right. If you don't like your gag reflex isn't crazy and you can like do this, don't choke, but you dice them up really small, put them in the cup, fill it with water, kind of stir it around a little bit, and just down the hatch. Okay. Down the hatch. Okay. Anybody out there that's a pill popper, like taking a lot of medicine every day, you should be able to take some onions. Okay, don't complain. All right, but I take that's how I take the onions, and I have very little a very little after effect in terms of odor or anything like that. I get the onions in, I feel amazing. All right, and it really helps. And we'll talk about more about how onions help and how they help prevent colon cancer, etc. We'll do that in further videos. This is my first video using screen sharing, so go ahead, like and subscribe if you like the content. If you want me to keep doing more of this, all right, just let me know, and go ahead and feel free to ask questions in the comments below. Have a fantastic evening and be well. Overload your life.